Hey guys, this is Kime Interviews. We are here with Gideon. How's this tour been going for you all so far? I know it's a little bit Cheyenne, but how have fan reactions been? And I know you guys have a new album coming out soon, so how many songs from that are you guys playing live?
The tour's been really cool so far. Every show has been just nailed it. It's been sick. We're playing 2 new songs from the album, and we're playing Callous and Survive, the 2 songs that we already released.
Okay.
And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We're just like haven't played new music in a really long time, so we're just it's been cool getting used to playing the new songs. Yeah.
What do you guys think the overall fan reactions have been online and whatnot? Because I know people are like, oh, this sounds different and whatnot. So I mean, what do you think of that?
Well, we just wanted to do something. We wanted to do something a little different. So it's kind of cool that people notice it and they don't think that it's just the same album again. It's been really good reaction, and I don't know. We couldn't be more excited about it coming out. We think it's the coolest thing we've done so far. Or we hope other people think it is too. So yeah, we're stoked about it.
All right. And so you guys recently released that song with Caleb Shomo, Survive. Yes. And so I mean, for fans that say that it isn't typical Gideon, what would you have to say to those fans specifically that are kind of opposed to it?
Yeah. Well, I think that if you're not growing as a band, then you're stagnant. So we just wanted to do something different. So a lot of people have said stuff about the singing, but I mean, the band, since the first album, the band's had singing, so it's not a new thing. It kind of, some of those comments I feel like are coming from people who haven't really been diehards. They're not really like the people who have been fans since day one. And even if they are, you win some, you lose some. You're not gonna please everybody. Yeah. So we're not worried about it. And we're just stoked. And honestly, the positive reactions have been so far just a lot more. Yeah. And we're not worried about it at all. Okay, it's been cool.
All right, and so I was wondering, what did you guys do differently preparing for the studio, or even in the studio, that you guys have never done before, something you guys experimented with?
Well, first of all, we had a different producer and engineers, and Will Putney at Machine Shop in New Jersey is it's just a different feel completely from Brian Hood, who we're also still great friends with. Just a completely different experience overall in that aspect. And preparing, it was different because we were a lot more busy. The band wasn't as busy as we were coming up to writing this album. So a lot of the stuff was just, the process was just different. It was we were on the road a lot trying to write riffs in the van, and but Will Putney produces a lot and helps you really break down your songs and start from scratch if you need to, but so that was just, everything was different. But at the same time, we're still playing riffs. It's been 2 years since the last one released, so it's we're still just playing metalcore riffs or whatever, so trying to have some fun doing it. Yeah.
So comparatively to the 2 tracks that you guys have already released for fans to hear, what does the rest of the album sound like? If you could tell fans at home that haven't heard the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I think we've posted about this a couple times. There's a little bit of everything on the album, and really we wrote something for everybody. So there are a couple really melodic tracks. There are some tracks that don't have any singing on them. There are tracks that have just as much singing as the ones that we just released, and it's definitely some of the heaviest. We really went back to what got us into heavy music and to start with, and it's kind of we're lucky enough to feel comfortable with our the dedication of our fan base, that they would grow with us, So I would just expect just more of Gideon and more of our influences too, that have always been pretty much the same kind of stuff, like Seven Dust and Hatebreed and stuff like that. Just a little bit of everything that we love.
All right. And lyrically, how does it compare? Is it still in the same vein?
It is the same thing as stylistically. It's lyrically, there's a little bit of everything too. There's a lot more, I feel on this album of songs that are just gonna pump you up, like just make you feel awesome, you know. Like it's pretty much just a lot of like stuff that you want to go to the gym and lift to. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a lot of just inspiring stuff as much as we could cram into it. So
Gotcha.
it's a lot of like, you know, just like you're gonna fall but get back up and keep going and like just be strong, all that kind of stuff. It's real cool. We're really excited. And then there are a couple songs. We wrote some songs about some like personal like family stuff, like we did on the previous albums. Bad Blood was about family stuff, and yeah, we have one track on the record that's about really it's like everyone in the band has like a family member who has struggled with suicide or like thoughts of suicide or attempted suicide, and there's one song about that particularly, and another song about suicide, just awareness in general. So we've got a few different themes going on.
So what are the names of those two songs specifically?
Those two songs, I'm so bad with song names, but one is called Expose.
Okay.
That one's the suicide awareness one.
A lot of fans are comparing some of the new songs that have been released to Slipknot. Was that kind of surprising at all, or did you expect that?
Yeah, we expected that. The riff itself is definitely, you know, it's inspired by all sorts of stuff. There are a lot of hardcore bands that do that kind of thing, and we love Slipknot. Like personally, we actually really like Slipknot. So it was kind of, in a way, I guess, a little like homage to that kind of music, but in a different kind of song, you know. So it's definitely similar. I'll give them that for sure. Yeah.
And so I guess will fans hear another track from the album other than these two before the full album releases?
I don't think that we're releasing another one before.
Okay.
I think originally we were going to release 3 and something changed, so we're not going to do 3. But we'll probably, hopefully we'll be doing some kind of music video stuff for tracks, and maybe for one that hasn't been released yet. So there are definitely thoughts for more singles once it's out that we'll be expanding on and stuff. So.
What does the title of the album Callous like mean to you guys, and how does it kind of tie in with the overall like message or theme that the album you want to have for listeners, you know?
I think Callous really stemmed from just learning from your mistakes, kind of just whenever your body is scarred and calloused, it just really just shows that you're toughening up, you know, and that you're taking what experiences you've been through and learning from it, and that's kind of that's what your body's doing whenever you do that. So that's kind of really the broadest theme of the album for sure. Everything kind of can go back to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, and lastly, what's your personal favorite off the record, and also where can fans find Gideon after this specific tour?
My favorite track is called The Limit, and it's a track about leaving home and being and traveling, basically about like doing stuff that you read about or going places you read about when you were in school, and just thinking you'd never be able to go there, and just the feeling of achieving some goals that you were determined to achieve and stuff like that. And it's a really melodic, like the most melodic track on the album for sure. And I think it's kind of somewhat a band favorite, one of the top couple, but it might end up being one of the singles, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite. And what we're doing after this, everything is TBA right now. We can't really talk about anything that's going on yet, and everything's a little tentative. So, but hopefully we'll be on a good run in January, a U.S. run that we're waiting to hear back about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll make sure to check out Gideon and pick up their album coming out October 14th, right?
Yep.
All right. And that concludes the interview, so thank you so much for having us. And that's Kaim Interviews. Take it easy.